Hi everyone, it's Sam from Paper Besos. I hope everyone is doing amazing and having a great day. I am going to show you a Valentine swap that I am doing with Eve, who is Eve RL101 on Instagram and YouTube. I'll make sure I link all of her social media below. We decided to do something. She actually asked me, and I'm so glad she did, because this is the only swap that I'm doing for Valentine's. I'm trying to kind of cut back on that so I can just, give myself more time to be more creative, right? So we decided to do an embellishment book. She gave me some different ideas on what we could do for embellishments. And we decided to do a paper collection that is a digital collection. You know how much I love doing digitals, especially supporting fellow artists and crafters, independent artists. I really, really like doing that. And there's so many beautiful things out there and so many amazing creators and artists. So why not? It's the smart way to go as far as how I feel. So we went with this kit. This kit is from Carolyn. It is Tea Time and Dolls. She is on Instagram and YouTube. I'll make sure I will post all of her social media as well. And she's amazing. This isn't necessarily a kit that I normally would create with. I've just never done it actually. And I do like me some shabby chic. And this kit has definitely met and exceeded my expectations. It blew up my mind with all of these creative ideas just looking at the collection. So I will be going through the ephemera book towards the end, so you can skip towards that if you want, or just watch to the end. I'm going to show you some of the things and ephemera that I made to put into the book. And the book is also loaded, so there's a bunch of stuff in here as well. So first thing is I did some rosettes. These are flower rosettes. I'm sorry, I already wrapped these and some of them were really hard to package, so I'm not going to take them out of the package. I'm sorry. So a little bit of crinkling. This is actually a stamp market die, and I'll link all of that for you. But look how pretty they came out. And I did put a little bit of metallic thread on that one. It's on the back as well. I put some there too. I glued them with those temporary glue dots, and they've kind of shifted, but I'm not gonna open this back up. The other thing is, this is part of the printable in the background. There's 2 pages from the collection, and I printed this on a nice paper, so it actually feels like wallpaper, and it gives that lace like it gives it a certain look. You can see it through this wrapping though. You can see kind of the grains. It's really pretty paper. So I will let her know that I did that so she can take this out and definitely use that paper. This was in the kit as well. The buttons, I took them, put them on foam, and then decorated them a little bit. Each one has something a little different on them. I did put some sequin in here to decorate like everybody else does, and I really don't enjoy that. Sorry. It gets everywhere. It gets stuck behind. I don't enjoy that for my own stuff. I mean, I like opening packages and all the stuff falling out, but anyway, focus, Sam. There were also some of these in the digital kit. It looked like wooden spools. They are gorgeous. And underneath here, there's actually more of the roses. So it's gorgeous. But I printed them up on heavier cardstock so that I could load them up with some really cute trim. Some of these trims I used in different pieces that I created in here for ephemera as well. So I wanted to include that. I also printed up the lace that she had in the collection. I sewed them, just kind of like they are real lace, not paper. But I did sew them up. And then I put that little tulle from Dollar Tree behind them. And I think that came out super pretty. I do like that. And this is like a table runner, like those throwaway paper table runners. I think that I got that at Five Below. Put that behind there. There's a few more of those buttons that are decorated. Sorry, I don't want to take them out. Sorry. And there's another one. It's actually upside down. Sadly. And more on the back. There's the button with a little charm on there. More of the paper lace trim. That is a frame that's in the printable collection. I backed it on some foam and then did one of the buttons on top with that little tool behind it. So all of the papers that you're going to see in the backgrounds on these are also from the collection. So pretty stuff. One thing I want to mention that I figured out with Carolyn's help is the way to print these collections. I've always printed them off of my phone. I do not have an iPad. I do not have, or I did not have a laptop. So I was always just printing off my phone, and everybody was telling me you get better quality if you print it as a photo. So I thought I was doing that. There is some type of an option on your iPhone that says print quality, and I guess it's just better print quality. So I'd always choose that, and I thought that was enough. It's not enough. I have a laptop now that I kind of got as a hand-me-down. So this is what it printed like from my phone. You see that? Not okay, you know? It wouldn't print it clearly. It was muddy. And then I printed it with my iPad, and look at the difference. That is the same paper. Isn't that amazing? So this new little iPad has changed my digital game. I'm going back and I'm reprinting all of my digitals that I've had that I've not been able to print correctly. And I just thought it was my printer. It was not. It was what I was using to print it. So take note, ladies. All right, so focus. These are some rosettes that I made, heart-shaped, and then just did a little ribbon on top with a little heart cut out. This was a digi in the kit as well. I just kind of did some die cuts, a little bit of a rosette behind it, and then just decorated it with some tulle. Those came out really cute. This is a die cut from In Love Art Shop. This is from the printable collection. Did all of that in layers on top of a little crepe paper rosette. Here is another one behind, or on top of a crepe paper rosette. This is the printable, this is the paper, and this is a printable. The flowers that are in this digital kit are ridiculous. They're so cute. I want to throw up. I want to go cutatonic and faint. She did an amazing job on this. Okay, focus. Here is some of the paper, the lace paper. This is also in the digital. These are in the digitals as well. Just did some decorations on top of these instead of leaving them plain. I did leave some of them plain so that Eve can decorate these on her own as well. And this is from the digital collection. This is as well. This is a die cut using an Anna Griffin die. Man, this is pretty. And then I just kind of outlined it in gold. This is recycled paper from packaging from a shopping bag. There's some more on the back. Look at that. Look at the printable. That is beautiful. And the frame, look at the lace. My goodness. A little die cut from an Anna Griffin die. Look how cute is she. She's part of the collection as well. So is the sentiment. I think these came out really, really nice. I'm sorry it looks so bad with them in the packaging. I should have thought about that, but I also made a card. That's another thing that we wanted to do, was make a card for each other. So I made one using an Anna Griffin die that I got from a D-stash. And then I just decorated it. And these are the flowers that are in the collection. This is a printable from the collection. All of that is from the collection. And then I just kind of blinged it up a little bit. These are from Sparkle with Gems. I get all of that from her. She always has a nice selection. It does do this. This is the first time I've used anything like this, so I'm like super excited. So this is from the digital collection. I just put it up on a thicker foam so that it would hold this up. And then all of these, everything is from the digital collection. Isn't that gorgeous? And then just kind of blinged it up here and there. This is a paper from the digital collection as well. Of course, I put a little note to her in there, but put my little stamp of approval on there. I think that came out so cute. What am I doing now? Let's do the book now. Want to? Want to, huh? Oh, you know what? I forgot to show you one time real fast. I actually did these right before I started filming. I made some stamps using the Tim Holtz stamps and dies. Isn't that cute? This is an older one, but wait, no, that's the wrong one. This one is an older one, and it's got the Valentine Day one on there. It's got Halloween. That's great stuff. So there's the one that I did with the Valentine stamp. And this is all the paper from the digital. So I just cut them up and then did some stamping on top of them. But I think they came out really cute. Do you want to see? I'll let you see a couple. And then that one has a little tear part on it. Look at all of it. It looks so good on these papers. I think Rose Hill Paper Cottage has a video on how to do these. I'll link her video because that's where I got the idea, was from her. I used brown ink on here because I felt like it looked softer than just using, you know, black. And I think I did a few in the beginning. Maybe I'll find them in here. Maybe not. I did like pink, and I did a black one, and then I did this brown one, and I felt like the brown just looked nicer on this paper. But I'll be including those for her as well. And here is her embellishment book. I really do need to do a tutorial on how to make these and the supplies that I, where I get the supplies to make them. But all of this is printables from her collection. This is a die cut, of course, Anna Griffin. This is a Tim Holtz die. And then I just did her name. I wanted to personalize it. These are the roses from the collection that I kind of just stacked and bunched together. Oh, look at how nice. I hope it's coming across well. Here's the paper. All I did was put it on 110 cardstock to back it. I did some sewing detail. Look at that paper. And then used my cinch, what's it called? The punchy thing, to put those little metal things in to hold it in place. So it was really hard to glue to this material, so I had to get creative. Now this band is a headband. I got it in a D-stash from someone. She sold me the headbands, and then she also sold me all the flowers. So I was like, I gotta have that because that'll be really cute to use for closures. And I was right. Here is the binding. There's that printable, that lace. Here's the back side. More of the printable pages. And let's look inside. Want to? Huh? So sewed all of this together. It was actually 3 pieces. I actually take one of the Dollar Tree binders that are so flimsy, and with that weird metal thing in the middle with the binding clips that is really flimsy. So that's where I got this from. Works perfectly. Love it. Highly recommend it. So here's the inside. I just use all of that digital collection. So pretty. And this one actually, I cut them out. It prints them all together, but I cut them out. I distressed them a little bit with some inking, and then I put them back together, and I made this little card. There's your printables. There's a little die cut with that paper. And then I just painted the back, so she can do whatever she wants with that. I did do some lace. I laminated it, got that idea from Yuki. A lot of these ephemera pieces were inspired by some ephemera pieces that I have from her. I have 3 huge ephemera books from Yuki. And she's so fabulous with her creations. And so I was inspired a lot by all of that. So, and this was definitely one that I was inspired to make from her ephemeras that she made for me. And then the digital collection itself had these, and I thought, perfect, I'm going to do that. It's a great idea, and it came out really cute. Also wanted to, you'll see different things in here that I personalized for Eve. Here's a little tag that I made from the laminated lace. Again, the laminating, that's all Yuki. A little envelope that I made, Anna Griffin die, paper from the collection, butterfly clip distressed it with some ink, and then there's some nice little cutouts. That is a Tim Holtz die. Jeez Louise. So we'll put that back. And these are just some little die cut pieces that she can use just to decorate labels, you know, whatever she wants to do with them. Those are there. I did do a postcard for her as well. I saw Natalie, who's my Crafty Carousel, recently used this die, and I actually bought this die from her shop. But it's a postcard die, and I hadn't used it yet. And I saw her recently use one, and I'm like, or use hers to make something. And I thought, I have that. Why have I not used that? So I got it out and I used it for this collection and for this project. But look how cute. All of this is included in that die set. I think it's a Laura by Laura die, if I'm not mistaken. And this is part of the digital that I used. This is also part of the DigiKit. Look how beautiful. These are included in there separately. They're the same photo, has the same look underneath basically, but she put them in there individually so that you could do this. So you could put it on top, give it a raised look, and just make it look fantabulous like this. So that's exactly what I did. I went with her suggestions. And she has a really nice YouTube video going over all the pieces, or all the paper, all of the designs that are included in the digital kit. I will link all the things. Did some painting with acrylic paint, outlined with some metallic ink. That one came out cute. Geez, I'm taking so much time. Sorry. Did another tag. Look at the printables. Look at the paper. These are little die cuts. All the little die cuts that I use, all the dies that I used, but all of that is the paper that is in this collection. I did some embossing and a griffin die. And there's that lace. And then actually that lace I got from Yuki. So it was only fitting that I used it in some type of a project that was inspired by her. So here is a nice little envelope. Added a little heart. And I tied it shut with a bow. And there's just some cute stuff in there. I'm not going to open that. I'll let her do that. These are so cute. I was inspired to make this because of the shape. So it was really, in the kit, she says, you know, use them as tags. And then there's this little pocket that she includes that you can kind of put on the front so that you have a tag with a pocket. But when I saw it, I saw a little bolsita, I saw a little purse, a little bag, a little pouch. And so that's what I did with them. And I just painted the inside with acrylic to give it a little bit more of a shabby look. I, of course, used magnets, you know, Sam and her magnets. I had to do it, that way it stays shut. And then I just did some stitching, edging. I used all the different papers, all the different roses. These are really, really pretty, Mama. You did such a good job with this. And then this one I went a little crazy on. Just this one. Just to give her an idea of what you could do, maybe some possibilities. I was inspired to make it, so I went ahead and did at least one. Cute little butterfly. That's actually a little shaker. And then, of course, a little personalization for my Eve. Eva. So I thought that came out super cute. Everything is super cute, right? Show off the Eve. All right, another tag. I really do like making tags. Can you tell? This frame actually has an image inside it. I just cut out that background so you could see everything else peeking out from underneath. Made a little bow, sewing, and some metallic marker that I used. More personalization. Look at that. This paper and collection is just, and this comes out. When you do something like this, I've noticed with the little tabs, if I sew them down, it makes it easier for it to go in and out of whatever pocket I'm I'm sticking it in. So, and it is nice on here, especially because the back of it is that smooth laminated pocket, so it just slides right in and out really easily, so that's really nice. A little tiny envelope. I made some little tiny tags. There's 2 of them back here. Those are from that laminated lace as well, so I thought those were nice. I like the size. Another postcard with the front of it is a embossed paper. Added a little butterfly detail with some bling, stitched the sides, and here's your back. And then I just stamped it to make it look like canceled stamps. And then she can do whatever she wants with that. She can continue to embellish it a little bit more. I did include some little pieces in here for her to work with and decorate with as well. Just different cutouts using different dies, but with this paper collection. Here are a few more tags. This one has love on foam. Again, printed on paper from the collection. I did do some prize ribbons, rosette ribbons, or rosette, what do you call them? Rosette, like awards? Anyway, Dios mío, why is it so hard to think? So I made a couple with rosettes. There's some bows that I got from, what is her name? Something Ghoul. And that has a paper clip on it. Cute little envelope in here. I gotta show you these little hearts on it. Aren't they cute? Did some distressing. Oh, sorry. So... sorry. Focus. So this is a little die that I got in a D-stash. Look how cute. And that's a printable from the collection. A little bit of tulle on the side. Guess what I did with the magnets? They're doorknobs here too. Yes, they are. I did that in a different project if you guys have seen my YouTube videos. But that opens up and then there's a little pocket in there. You can kind of see the acrylic or the acetate, and I just put some little thingies in there, so that came out cute. Made some tickets. These, I did do some of that embossing stuff that you put on there and then you heat it up and then it goes boom, boom, boom and sparkle, sparkle, whatever. I am not good at that. Look how muddy it looks. I need more practice. A lot more practice. But I went ahead and put them in here. So I figured, you know, she can maybe cover them up or something and still use them. But I want to show you this color. Isn't that great? Look at that color. I think that's the something something raspberry. I know you all know that color. Something something raspberry. You must have it in your collection. Different papers that I distressed and did embossing on. Another tag. And those sentiments are also in the collection. Look at this tiny spool. You see the little thread sticking up or down? How cute is that? There's a little baby button. That's a die. And then I just did some embroidery floss on there to make it look like it was stitched. And she's in that kit too. Look how cute. Look at the sass though. She's like, sass master face. I like it. I like it a lot actually. Another tag. This one has a lot going on. But that is a digital as well from the collection. I just went nuts making tags in this one. I just had too much fun. And here I made some bookmarks. I just made these yesterday. I finished them this morning actually. I think that's another one of the die sets that I got from Natalie. I forget the name of it, but they're pink dies, so they could be a Luacid or Laura by Laura. I don't know. There's that digital collection on foam to make it fantabulous. And this, let me show you, because you know I like to use everything. This one in particular, this stuff is actually just thread. You know, I just had a little bit of thread left on my spool from sewing, and it's not enough to where you want to go ahead and just finish use it. It just wasn't enough. And you know, who knows, you're going to finish halfway a project and run out of the thread. It's the last one I have in that color. So instead of doing that, I just left it on the spool, and I thought, what am I going to do with that? So I just made these out of that. So that worked. Here I've got a couple more of those Rosette prize ribbons. That's what I'm going to call them. I don't remember if that's what the die is called, but it is a die from iCrafter. A lot of you have asked me about that, but that's where that's from. And these all have paper clips on the back too, so she can attach them to whatever for whoever. That one has some love. I love this paper. I've printed a few things, or a few of those pages, on photo paper, so it has that nice gloss to it. I really like how it looked on the photo paper, actually. I just had a few sheets from like the Dollar Tree, and I was all excited that I was printing with my laptop and things were coming out so crystal clear. So I just went nuts. So in the middle of these sections that I have, these pocket sections for ephemera, I put some of the strips, some of the lace from the collection, and then I just sewed all around. I kind of had to troubleshoot that and figure it out, because you had to do that before you actually, you know, sewed the pages in, because the glue, I couldn't get it to adhere, but that is what those are. And I just did it between these two. I didn't do it at the end. I wish I had though, but come see, come sa. And here is another larger prize ribbon rosette. I used a bigger lace behind it to give it more of a larger size, and then added a little bit of a heart, some love, a butterfly, and I did 3 layers on the little tails. That also has a paper clip. Ugh, I love the way this came out. I want one of these for myself. More of those embroidered, embossed papers. And then I did some inking on top. That's another from the digital, and I did a little personalization on that as well for Eve. And she can use that however she wants in her projects, or put it in her journal, or, you know, whatever. Here's a cute little piece that I made. And that one actually has a little dangly something something. I thought that was cute. And then I have this little mini file folder with the digital collection. And then I just have a couple of things in here. This is a Stamp Market die. She can use this however she wants to. It looks like those little cable ties. Is that what they call them? I don't know. And I just did some little pages that are embossed and inked, painted acrylic. There's those little buttons. I like the button detail on that because she had buttons in the printable collection. There's a larger wardrobe. And then she has table and chairs that's included in the digital as well. So I put those in there for her to use, even though I know she has the digital collection also. Otherwise, how could she have made one for me using the same collection? But I'm ignoring that fact and still sending it to her like she's never seen it before. And that's it, babes. That's about it. That's what we're doing. That will be sent over to Eve sometime in the near future. Sorry, babe. It's been a little wild. Life has thrown me some curves, but God is good. All right. Hope everyone enjoyed that. If you have any questions about anything, if I forget to list anything below for you guys, make sure you let me know and I'll go back and send it to you, or I'll attach the links. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and follow, do all the things that people ask you to do to make their channels more visible so that I can continue to create content for you. Appreciate you guys so much. Besos, love you, bye.